Okay guys, now we're going to look at the next example. This is our outside zone play. The reason we call it outside zone as opposed to stretch is stretch entails the fact that we will have an H-back on the front side setting the edge. On Oakland, 95% of the time we will not. Let's look at some of the diagrams. Okay, so first of all, there's one rule we have to know about Oakland. And I'm going to say it as plainly as I possibly can. If your hand is down on the front side, you are blocking force. Okay? Every other time, every other instant, your responsibility is to cut off the backside. What that means is that if we are running the play black, your responsibility is to cut off the right side of the defensive line. Okay, so we can look at it from this example right here. This call right here is to an even front, and it doesn't matter if it's even, odd, 5 down front, bear, Mike, stack. It has nothing to do with your responsibility on the play. So my hand is not down on the front side, so that means I can go and split flow right here and cut off the backside. All I'm going to do is take an aiming point at the offensive tackle's near hip. I'm trying to scrape paint, if there's paint on his hip or my hip. I'm going to scrape paint, force my hat to the inside. On this next example, it's the same thing. They already placed me on the backside, so it should be easy for me to cut off the backside of this defensive end, force my hat to the inside, make sure he cannot get across to the play side of the play. This odd front changes nothing for us schematic-wise, right? My hand's not down on the front side. I can go backside and cut off. Same example for the stack, the Mike, the bear. All of these are the same thing. Regardless, my hand is not down on the front side. I'm cutting off the backside. When we get to this example, meaning my hand is down on the front side, your responsibility is to block force, which we've talked about in previous clips. Now, if I have somebody lined up covering me, which means across my face, so to the play side of my face right here, which is called a 9 technique, then all I call is big. All that means is that I'm blocking that man regardless. And it's the same thing as our Seattle aiming points. I'm putting my hat to the play side via this man's neck. If there's not a man in the line of scrimmage right here, I'm now blocking the first thing outside of the box. This is the exact same rule I had on Seattle with an odd front, rule-wise, if that helps you any. And right here, strong eagle, it's the same thing. I have a 9 technique, does not matter. I'm big on him.